Okay, this is CCNA3, and we've got lab 2.5.3. It's for propagating default route. So we've got this router 2 here, and it's connected to the internet. And we would like these other networks to be able to send their internet traffic to router 2 without us having to explicitly configure a default route on here. So right now, this network's configured with OSPF, and routes are being exchanged. And if we look at, say, router 3, we can take a look at the routing table. Well, we can see that it's already loaded from the messages there, but we can take a look at the routing table too. Look at the IPv4 routing table. And in the IPv4 routing table, we can see these O routes, which stand for OSPF. But if we want to go to the internet somewhere off of our network, we don't know how to get there right now. So right now, these guys have connectivity, but no traffic will get sent to the internet. We're going to change that. So not with router 3 though. We're going to do it by configuring a default route on router 2, and then inserting that route into OSPF. So step 1, create a default route. So now we're on router 2, which is connected to the internet, and we're going to do the static default route. And if you recall, 0.0.0.0 with a subnet mask of 0.0.0.0 signifies all routes. And if you look over here, serial 010 is this interface right here. Over it. There we go. Serial 010. So what we're saying is that there's no other matches in the routing table. Shoot it out, serial 010. Just chuck it out there, and hopefully it'll find a destination. There is definitely a chance that the stuff that you send to the default route doesn't actually have a destination, in which case you won't get anything back. But the internet's a vast place, and most of the IP addresses are accounted for. So it is a default route on a point-to-point interface. So thank you for the warning, but don't worry about us. We'll be fine. All right. Sorry, we're already in configuration mode. We need to get into router configuration mode. What the process ID is. So let's take a look. Do show run. It's OSPF 1. And you can see that we've already got all the network statements in there. We don't have is the statement to redistribute the default route. We'll put it in there. Router OSPF 1, and yeah, it's important that that number match that number once you've already started configuring OSPF 1, but this number doesn't relate to the other routers. It just has local significance only. Okay, so default information originate is what we're going to type in, and that's this step right here. Default information originate, and what that's going to do is it's going to take that static route that we just entered, here somewhere. There it is. It's going to take this static route, and it's going to advertise it to all these other routers. So one of the advantages of doing it this way instead of doing it with a static route from here to there is that we only had one static route pointing that way, and this link goes down, then we lose our default route. But by advertising it through OSPF, when OSPF reconverges, you would get a new route through this slightly longer path. All right, so it says look at router 1 and router 3, and then verify the connectivity to the web server. So let's take a look at them. So we looked at this before. The gateway of last resort was not set. But if you look at the routing table again, we'll notice that the gateway of last resort is 192.168.10.9, which is the other side of this serial link. So a new default route sends traffic to router 2, which then sends it to the internet. And similarly on router 1, we look at, we look at the routing table. The gateway of last resort has been set, and it's pointing towards this right here. It doesn't tell you to do this, but if something was to say happen to this link here, like, all right, well then, well, that's no fun. Okay, you can go away. What if we do this? So this interface 000, that makes it easy. Interface 000. Oh wait, yeah. I'm going to do shut. All right, so now the interface is down. So whereas on router 2, we can't show the routing table before. All right, well, now if we look at the routing table on router 2, okay, get out of configuration mode. Oh, not router 2, I meant router 1. Okay. So previously we were going out this interface. Now OSPF is taking us to the alternate route to get to router 2. So OSPF did its job, kept our default route viable, and if we take a look at connectivity here, web server, yeah, sometimes it fails on the first one because of the way it simulates the ARP on the switch here. But you'll notice that we're successful. So we can get all the way to the web server and reach the internet. So that's propagating a default route.